How's everybody doing? My name is Steve Foreman, again, owner of Thyme-N-Honey. And what I'm doing with these videos, I'm trying to establish a certain mindset that I would like to see more and more chefs possess. Just like the mindset of wanting to be careful about what's in the center of the plate and how we build from the center of the plate, making amazing, wonderful food. I want our chefs to start thinking about the center of the kitchen. How amazing are you creating your team? How amazing are you getting your team to perform? How amazing are your workers coming together, being one team, and you being the leader of all of that? So it's important for us to have the skill sets, the mindset, the bandwidth mentally of understanding how to manage center of the kitchen. So again, another idea I want you to think about, I call the ABC employees. The ABC employees. It's kind of like a pseudo acronym that I'm going to use. And what I mean by that is the A represents something, the B represents something, and the C represents something. So my A's, or my A employees, are my all-stars. They are the ones that you can just give them 20 tasks and walk away from them. And you check in every once in a while, remind them how awesome they are. Those are your all-stars. You get it? A, all-stars, right? Then we got our B employees. And our B employees are between the A and the C. And the job for a manager, majority of your leadership is going to be influencing the B's from being more like A's and preventing them from being less like a C. And we'll talk about what a C is in a minute. But that's what your B employee is. And the majority of your leadership needs to influence the B categories because they're between an A and a C. You want them to have more A days and less C days. And then your C's, I'm gonna have to break it down like this. You have to be cautious with them, but then they can be cancerous, and eventually you're gonna have to see them out the door. You get it? Your A's, your B's, your C's. Again, A's, they're your all-stars. Those are the ones that all you have to do is just give them some jobs and tasks and they, yes chef, and they're off. You know they're gonna do it perfectly. You know they're gonna do it the way you want them to do it. You know they're gonna just respond by just saying yes chef, and they're not gonna give you a lot of back lip. They're not gonna give you a lot of attitude. They're not gonna walk away with their eyes rolled or mumble their breath. They're just gonna go do it. Why? Because they wanna perform. Only 10% of your employees are gonna be that A all-star employee, okay? You don't have to put much emphasis into them. You don't have to do much with them. They're inspired already, and all you do is give them compliments and you keep encouraging them and building them and so on. Your B's are between the A's and the C's. Now here's your B. Your B shows up on time all the time for like 2 or 3 weeks. And then all of a sudden, they're starting to show up late. Well, what's happened is that they became a friend to one of your C employees. See what's happening here? And this B employee is becoming influenced by the C employee who is cautious, meaning you have to be cautious with them, but then they become cancerous and contagious. Where that C person, you eventually have to see them out the door. But you got to get that B to understand what's happening in that moment. So you take them aside, you encourage them, you remind them how much greatness they've done, you remind them that they're capable of doing so much more, and you try to get them back on track to be that B employee, right? You don't have to do too much. You do have to give them some guidance, some encouragement. You do have to, every once in a while, maybe be a little firm with them. However, they're your B employees. They're between your A's and your C's. And that's where the majority of your leadership needs to inspire, is right there. So you give them more A days and less C days. Your C days, you already know you have to be cautious with these people. You can't depend on them. You already know that they're gonna probably show up late. You already know they're not gonna complete their assignments as they should. And it becomes cancerous. And eventually, you gotta see them out the door. You get it, the C part, right? The acronym, see them out the door. So this is our responsibility as leaders. Now, in that model that I just gave you, your A's, your training also. You can take your top B employees and partner them with your A's. And hopefully that B will be drawn up to more like an A on a more regular basis where they become an all-star. But it's also empowering the A employee to be training those B's. Like for instance, you put them at a station. You give the B employee an opportunity to work at a different station that the A employee has already mastered. They're already a master at it, right? So you tell the A employee, hey, listen, I want you to show employee B how to do 1, 2, and 3 in that station. I'll be back later to check on it. Now you're empowering your A and you're motivating your B to excel a little bit more. Now you're building that team. There's a collaboration there, right? Again, your B's are gonna spend most of the time. Now you're gonna focus on the lower end of your B's that are hanging out a little bit too long with your C's who are becoming cancerous, right? You gotta pay attention to all this. So we have our A's, our B's, and our C employees. And I want you to think about that every time you go into your kitchen. Identify who they are. Start working with your staff and identifying who are your A's, your B's, and your C's, knowing where you'll have to put a lot of your inspiration into what employees, building them up and strengthening them. or taking some time and energy to ultimately have to see some of your staff out the door. We don't want that, but it's gonna happen. Okay? So listen, I appreciate you watching these videos. I hope you're being empowered. I hope you're being encouraged by what I'm saying. I hope that these lessons are resonating in your mind. And as you walk into your kitchen, you're thinking about some of the things that you're hearing through these videos. So until next time, listen, I want you to have a great rest of your day. And until next time, God bless you.